Hey, Squints! Sometimes science is way too inconvenient, but it doesn't have to be. We're going to do 5 quick and easy science experiments for kids to do at home. And the criteria is, these experiments must only use 3 items or less, take 5 minutes or less to do, and be free. Just like kids, molecules behave differently when around other molecules. Some get along really well and are really tight, while others don't want anything to do with each other. And you can measure the relationship of molecules, or how well they get along with each other, by testing their surface tension. Here's one way to do this. You'll need a coin and some liquid, any liquid. A dropper of some kind is helpful as well. You don't have to have it though. So first thing to do, slowly add your first liquid drop by drop on top of a coin. As you add, you'll see the surface of the liquid start to balloon out. We've talked about this in a previous Science Mystery Theater video. Molecules with a good relationship should be able to hold tighter to each other, meaning you should be able to add more drops before it pops, compared to those with worse relationships. Count how many drops of each liquid you can add, drying your coin in between each test. Experiment on this further by trying different liquids like milk, juice, syrup, oil, etc. You can also see the effect of a drop of soap on surface tension, which is an interesting little experiment to do in and of itself. And before you know it, you'll be the world's greatest molecular marriage counselor. Quit writing all your secret messages with a pen or pencil. Instead, be like America's founding fathers and go invisible with this simple invisible ink. Oh, and don't be like Nick Cage. Among other reasons, they're covering up the founding fathers' invisible ink with more invisible ink. They would have just ruined the whole secret codes and we never would have gotten national treasure. For this one, you'll need some paper, an adult with a heat source, like an iron or fire, and lemon juice. Q-tips are convenient to have as well, but not needed and would violate my rule of 3 items or less. You don't have to have that. Paper is made out of large molecule layers that are basically a bunch of smaller sugar molecules all combined together. When you heat it, these large molecules start to break down and caramelize, turning the paper a caramel brown color. Certain liquids can weaken these large paper molecules, making them brown quicker. Lemon juice is an example of one packed full of sour citric acid. Wherever you rub the lemon juice, the paper fibers will weaken and burn more quickly, revealing all your secrets. So dip your finger, or your Q-tip, if you're fancy, in the lemon juice and then write on the paper. Wait a few minutes for it to dry. Carefully and quickly pass the paper under an iron or over a flame. I said carefully. Ah! I'm caught on fire. With enough heat, the sugars will caramelize and reveal your secret scrawlings. Experiment on this by trying different liquids, especially those with citric acid, like grapefruit or orange juice. Other acids around the house include vinegar or milk. See what works best so you'll know how to handle a precious 200-year-old document, if you ever happen upon one. Do you see anything on this paper? Nope, it's blank. What is it? Let's see. It's a secret message. Take a breath. Good job. On to experiment number 4. Whoa, hold on. All right, this experiment is about how plants breathe, not humans. You'll need leaves and a clear cup of water. You have to go outside and pick whatever green foliage you can find and stick it in the clear cup of water. Then leave it out in the sun and wait for a little bit. Depending on what plants you pick, in as little as a few minutes, you'll see tiny gas bubbles starting to form on the leaves. This is the oxygen gas that the leaf is making from photosynthesis. A lot of experimentation can happen with this. Usually leaves breathe on their underside, but what do you see in your leaves? The shape and function of each type of leaf is different, so try them all.
I got a leaf.
You can get a flower too if you want. You want to pick a flower?
Yeah, it's for Mom.
Okay, for Mom. I call this one the unimpressive uncle. Every family has that one uncle that thinks he's incredible at magic. This experiment feels like it should be a magic trick, promising to move water from one glass to another without touching it. Magic! But then you realize it isn't as cool as it sounded. So you give it a sympathy laugh, tell it nice trick, and move on with your life. As seen previously, water has surface tension and is attracted to itself. When you put water next to certain solids like a paper towel, the water can also be attracted to the paper towel. This leads to some water molecules climbing up the towel and pulling other water with it. This is what's called capillary action, and it's actually how plants can soak water up in their roots. To do this, you'll need 2 cups, food coloring, and a paper towel. Add water and food coloring to one of the cups. Connect the 2 cups with a folded up paper towel, let it sit, and watch the colored water rise up the towel like magic. It's blue, huh?
Yeah, it's going into that.
It's going into that. It's
Go, 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 go.
Depending on your dye that you use, you may even see certain colors climbing the towel better than others, seemingly splitting the colors apart. So try different dyes and color liquids, whatever you got, and see what magic you can produce. What color do you want?
Purple.
Purple! Good
That's
choice.
my favorite color.
Just like how a guitar string makes sound when you pluck it, some things will make sound when they wiggle and vibrate. A glass cup is a classic example of how sound can be made from vibrations. You'll need at least 1 round glass cup, a spoon, and water for this. Fill the glasses all the way up with water. Gently, ever so gently, I don't want angry moms blaming science for broken glassware. Tap the glass with your fingernail or spoon, and then listen. You hear the note?
Yeah.
Okay, you should hear a distinct note. Pour out some of the water and do it again. The note will change. More water makes it harder for the glass to vibrate, leading to a lower energy sound wave and a lower note. Next, make sure the rim of the glass and your finger are wet. Rub your finger in circles around the rim of the glass. You should feel your finger slip across the rim and feel the glass begin to vibrate after some time. This will create a harmonious ring unique to that glass and the amount of water inside of it. Yeah. Or move your finger back and forth like a violin to create a different vibration, and at the same time make an absolutely awful screeching sound. Both tapping and rubbing the glass do similar things. They are making the glass vibrate like a guitar string, producing those notes. And if you're feeling like the next Johann Sebastian Bach, take a few minutes adding and removing water from several glasses to fine-tune different notes. Then compose your masterpiece like no one is listening. And there you have it, 5 super quick and easy experiments to show that science doesn't have to cost money or take forever to do. So keep experimenting, keep asking questions, and keep on squinting. Are you a fan of Einstein? Me too. Unfortunately, his head fell off. I don't know what to do. So how about you subscribe, comment below, and maybe you can help fund me getting a new Einstein, one that has a little more head.